I think they've changed since I left the band. Obviously, Bruce came in, different vocal tones anyway, for a start. They got a little bit, well, the punk side of it had gone completely by then. It's sort of a metal band, but it was a fantastic album. Number of the Beast, my God, that is a classic. You know, I think the first three Maiden albums are all classics. They'll never get better. New Voice, you know, the same thing happened with AC/DC when, you know, like Brian Johnson came in after Bond. It was like, done the business. It was great. It's fantastic. They've changed. I think they've got loyal fans, so they can progress how they want. They may not sell as many records as they used to because there's some fans who want, you know, the older, faster, heavier, more exciting stuff. Yes, I have followed. Obviously, I will follow because I mean they're in your face, 24/7, aren't they? Yeah, as I said, there's a young audience who've like got into Maiden from maybe like the X Factor when Blaze was singing with them as well, or I've got onto like say from somewhere in time they're younger kids and they didn't even know like Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, Killers are even existing. That's fantastic because then they go back to that and then they discover me of my voice. So I'll get all the, this is what I'm saying, where you get the younger kids come down and they're like, "Oh, never heard of you before." I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "Well, shit." I was like, you know, whatever. So you get on with it. So you get a whole new bunch of fans for me as well. And they discover them early Maiden albums again from their favourite band, but didn't even know they existed. I mean, I don't know where they get this mentality from, but they're there doing it. So that's cool. They're all on with that. And it's great. I love it. So I sit there and listen. I actually had to listen to the new album all the way on the bus on the way back to the airport yesterday, and I can't really comment. I don't want to say too much. I think they need to have a shake-up a little bit musically, but that's only my personal opinion. Other fans will probably tell me, "Oh, he's a wanker, what's he know?" But, you know, that's me personally. I think the excitement's gone out of Maiden. It's getting a bit too technical, a bit too much. It's not got the bite of, like, you know, the first three albums. You know, that's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry, guys, but there you go. Well, Iron Maiden Killers are the actual bastion of the whole thing. That's where it started. Obviously, like true fans will go back to this anyway. As I said before, young kids will discover these and go into them. But the good thing about these albums is that our actual peers in music, you know, bands like Sepultura, Metallica, Pantera, stuff like that, their favourite albums by Maiden are the first two, or maybe up to the first three. So we've done a good thing for the musicians as well. You know what I'm saying? It's great. They that was it. The pinnacle of Iron Maiden was then first three albums, and then I would say up to about somewhere in time. But obviously, every band you can't keep that intensity up. You can try, but everyone changes and grows. But I think Maiden have had a long time now with a couple of great songs and long epics and that. I think it's about, maybe it's because the fans expect that now. I reckon they should go back and do something short, sharp and straight to the fucking head and like have it, surprise everybody. They'll probably get a whole new lease of life and sell a load more records. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not in the band anymore, so I'm out of that way of thinking, you know. I know for me, I'd personally go for short, sharp, to the brain, like kick your fucking head in on the first couple of songs and that's it, you're done, you know, like you're there, and keep the intensity up. You beat them into submission, they either like you or they walk away. I think Maiden, I've got used to being like, they're great musicians, they are experimental. I mean, I couldn't even think of doing a 9-minute long song. Jesus Christ, I'd die of boredom. I would die of boredom. And no matter how many time changes I put in it, I couldn't do it. So, but it's all down to the individual. That's what they do. Fair play to them. They're still the primo metal band in the world. We've done this thing on the Channel 4 a couple of years back about the top 100 bands, and Maiden's still number one. Still number one. May not sell the records as much as they used to, but they still do the tours, and the tours are worth going to see. You know, Maiden is still the top metal band in the world. Forget Metallica and stuff like that. These are still number one. And that's over things like the Stones and everything, you know, like the top rock band. And I'm proud to be from that. That's great. So, long live Maiden.